everyone, and welcome back to another episode on my Let's Play series. You join me over here at the Shulker farm, where I have been doing quite a bit of AFKing. So let's go down and take a look at what we've got. So I've been doing some things between episodes, but mostly I have been over here AFKing just to get as many Shulker shells as we possibly can, which is great. I believe I didn't see a shulker in here when I flew down, so I hope this is all still working. We've got our shulker there, and I assume we have our shulker in the middle as well. Yes, we do, so it is totally working. Oh, and now I've trapped myself in here. There we go. And, there's a shulker. So no problems there. The farm is still working great. And he'll get brought down. Oops. Get brought down in a second as soon as that goes by, right? Yes, just double checking. Yes. Okay, great. So yeah, this farm is working great. As soon as this guy is dead and I don't get levitated here, I will take a look at what we've got. Yep, I knew this was going to happen. Okay, we're doing great. And we'll just go for the bow. And great. Alright, and now there's another one coming. I really should have looked in this when I had the chance. And let's just get rid of you. And okay. So, yeah, I've got a shulker box here with a bunch of shells in it already. Yes, this is from our latest session. Quite a few hours of AFKing. Alright, and we're good there. Let's just go down and make sure we didn't lose a shell there. I shot him with an arrow, not with looting, so there's not a great chance. Anyway, so we've got this box, and now we have these. So look at that. We have, what, 9, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, almost 24 stacks of shulker shells, which is crazy, which means we can make, I mean, this right here is 64 shulker boxes. Just these two. Or that's 64, 128. Every 2 stacks is 64. It's a lot. I think this is over 500 shulker boxes. So we're good. For shulker boxes, definitely. Where's my ender chest? There it is. So the plan for today, let's talk about that. Let's just get some more firework rockets so that we can get back. And then I have to remember which way is back. I always forget. I want to say it is that way. So yeah, our plan for today is a lot of resource gathering, and the reason for that is because I plan on building up my next large project, but it is absolutely massive and it requires a lot of resources. This is the wrong way. And now I'm lost in the end. So that's great. It requires a lot of resources, like it's a new sorting system as well, right? So I've talked about that a little bit, not too much, but that requires an outrageous amount of blocks. And is it this direction? It should be back towards 0, 0. Well, I was on my way home, and I started flying around, and look at this. There's a boat there, a boat there, and a boat there. I have never seen 3 end cities this close together. And I haven't looted any of these either, because they're actually further away from the one that I ended up using that I've found, and I didn't come this far. So it's just crazy how many end cities there are all packed together. Like, you start a world and you can't find end cities. And, oh, I don't want cursive, vanishing, cursive, whatever. And, yeah, these 3 are all so close together. I'm just going to grab myself 3 free elytra here, because I can. And I believe that, yeah, so I've done that one and that one. Now there's a third one, and that city is absolutely massive. I've never seen anything like this. I am lost in the end, which isn't ideal. I'll have to either find my way out or throw everything in my ender chest and kill myself, which is also a good option. Saddle. No, you can just trade for saddles now. So yeah, I gotta find a gateway. Well, I have no idea what I've done. I could not find the end portal gateway, so I'm actually just flying through the void to find my way back to the main end island, which should be coming up soon. Yes, there it is. Okay, this is a good option. There's the portal that I take out, but yeah. Anyway, we will pop back over to our main base, and we will start gathering some resources. So now we are back in our main area, and we are going to start working on some resource gathering. I'm just going to put my fireworks away and this stuff that I picked out of the temples. Now, the idea behind this is eventually everything from here is going to get moved over, and that's what all of these many shulker boxes are for. I'm going to break down everything here, pack it up, and move it over to a new storage system on the mooshroom biome. But that storage system is what I am sort of gathering resources for. That and sort of the build that goes on top of it. I've talked about it a little bit. It's going to be like a big, like a central park that is going to be in the middle of the island, and I'm going to build around. So that is the build that we're going to be working on. It's going to be a lot of blocks to dig out and quite a few to place as well. It's probably going to be a couple episodes, and then the storage system itself is massive. I did the math, and I think I need 1,200 chests for the storage system between the hoppers and everything. So that's an enormous amount of wood. So that's why we're back over here. It is nighttime. So that's why we need to come back over here. We need to get wood. We need to get iron from our iron farm. We need to craft up over 600 hoppers. Like I said, 11 or 1,200 chests. Lots of things like that, and other redstone things as well. Droppers, dispensers. That's why we need cobble and things, and we need to smelt some stuff up. So yeah, I'm going to be doing quite a bit of work around here. I did a little bit of AFKing in this farm on the weekend, just on oak mode, because I think you get the most logs out of oak. So I was doing oak. Might not be correct, but I just need them for chests, so not a big deal. And I think I need like 2 double chests worth of logs to do just the chests and hoppers. So we're gonna have to run this some more. But I did actually run out of bone meal even after this, and I've even emptied my excess. So I need to run this farm as well for bone meal, or grab bones from something. I think I have a yeah, no, I have a couple farms that make bones, so I wonder if I could steal some bones for bone meal. Normally I use this bone meal for the flower farms, but oh, we're good on bone meal. So we just need to load some of this up into the machine and do a little bit more AFKing for logs. And yeah, there's a massive list of items that we need. Normally when I start a project, I'm like grabbing 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 shulker boxes worth of stuff. That is not the case this time. It is going to be many shulker boxes, and also the amount of blocks that we have to dig out for this is massive as well, because the storage system is going to be completely underground, so we have to dig a huge hole. Luckily we already have a beacon over there, so that won't be too big of a deal. But yeah, I'm going to start by doing a little bit of AFKing in this tree farm now that I have a little bit more bone meal in it, and we'll see if we can get up to a full 2 double chests of oak. And then I might do a little bit of AFKing for other types of wood, just because I am now a little low from my wood box. You can see I've got some jungle, I've got some birch, and I've got a tiny bit of oak, but everything else is totally out because of just projects. I love having everything in my ender chest, so I need to refill that up. And there we go. All of that bone meal will filter into the wood farm, and I think I may even go grab another batch from that farm or my other farm, which I have now actually disabled. This one, it was never as efficient as I wanted it to be, and so I torched it. Very like soothingly torched it. Hey, there's a zombie in there. How is that even possible? There's so much light in here. What? Oh, he's holding something. He's holding string from when I torched this all out. It's okay. When they're holding items, they're not in the mob cap anyway, so it wouldn't have been affecting. But this did run for a while, so there's probably some bones in here somewhere. Oh, not too many. Yeah, see, this was never as efficient as it should have been. It was pretty good for creepers, but not for anything else. So we'll grab all the bones that we have around. Ooh, this farm is loud when it's running. And the nice thing about AFKing in the wood tree farm is also that it loads our iron farm. So we'll be getting iron for the hoppers at the same time. So yeah, I'm going to finish putting all this bone meal in here and then AFK for a little bit in the tree farm and see what we can get. Okay, we have been in this very loud farm for a while now. Let's shut this down and get rid of these items out of our inventory. And then let's go up and take a look at what we have got. Looks like it's daytime. Yes. Okay, so there we go. And oh, did I overflow? No, I didn't. It's just because sometimes they skip past the first one, but that is fine. Oh wow, actually that was probably some despawnage. Okay, so what I did was I started off by doing a hello. Started off by doing a little bit more oak. Did a little bit more there. We got all the way to there. Then I did a bit of spruce, bit of jungle, bit of birch. And then I was trying to think about which was the fastest. And I ended up thinking that spruce was the fastest because they grow taller than the oak. They grow up to the full instead of having to push the block down and go, I believe, one block shorter. So spruce seemed to be the fastest. So I'll make chests out of spruce as well as the oak. And yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, pretty much 3 almost double chests by the time I'm guessing that hopper is pretty full, and also this hopper should be full. Yes. So we've got quite a few blocks to, yeah, just about 3 double chests of wood. So we will pack that up. I actually didn't bring any shulker boxes, but I can grab some out of here because I think, yeah, I still have some in here. Let's just grab a bunch of shulker boxes, find a crafting table, and we'll load up all these logs and bring them back over to our base. And then once I'm done this, we'll go and check and see if we've got some iron. Okay, so I packed up all the wood and then I came over to the iron farm, and this is the amount of iron that we now have after crafting up what was in the farm. So that should be hopefully enough for everything that we need to do. Last thing that we need to do before leaving this area is just quickly go and turn off the bone meal farm. We did not run out of bone meal, so there should still be some kind of a good supply in there. And oh, one of the mine carts has come off. Oh well, I'll fix that at some other time. But yeah, that is great. I also, for something in the future, I know I'm going to need some of these flowers, so I wonder if I can just grab some while I'm over here. Grab like a stack of each that can go as part of the package over, so that's good. And what else might we need from over here? I think that's pretty much good. I'm going to need some wax. I've got some in my ender chest, but let's just see if there's any heat. Oh my. Oh wow. Okay. I was not expecting that. Wow. I guess I have been AFK over here for a while. What is going on? There is... Wait a second. What is happening? What? Have my bees... What have happened to my bee... This is where my bees are supposed to... Why are there so many bees in here? I don't... There's one beehive in here. What has happened to my bees? What? Have my... What is that? I really don't understand what's going on here. Are my bees still over here, or have they managed to somehow... No, they're still over here, because they're making tons of... There was not this many bees in here. I am baffled at what is going on in here. Are bees able to breed on their own now? Is that a thing? Because I didn't have that many bees. I don't know. I'm gonna have to come back first thing in the morning to see how many... No, look at all my bees are still over here. I don't know. Anyway, I still have some empty shulker boxes. So let's see about grabbing a bunch of this, and then we might actually want to... Oh god, our inventory is totally full. We might actually want to switch this back to honey bottles. We've got probably more honeycomb than I need for quite some time. And honey is something that I don't have an outrageous amount of, so it might be worth it to switch this back over to honey bottles. I think I might do that before moving on, because yeah, this is a lot of honeycomb, and I don't really build with the, you know, the honeycomb block. I'm not a huge fan of this block, although I might want to try and work it into something. But either way, I have more than enough honeycomb to play with those now as well. So yeah, I'm going to finish emptying this out, and then I think I'm going to pop up here and put all these bottles back in so that we're off of the shear system. So I'll take care of that, and then we'll talk a bit more about what we need to craft up. Okay, we are back at the base, and I swapped over most of the honey machines to honey instead of the honeycomb. I left 3 as the honeycomb just so that we don't totally stop gaining those, but we're mostly going for honey now. This is all the resources that we've gathered so far in this episode. Honeycomb, spruce, a ton of oak, and then our birch and jungle, our shulker shells, which is massive. Those are going to be staying here. Those really aren't for the build. Those are for the swap afterwards. We've got a ton of iron. We've also got our copper from our last episode, and we grabbed a little bit of decor. Now we need to do a ton of crafting and get this all sorted into shulker boxes, and pretty much that's when I'm going to show you what blocks I'm going to be using to build this thing up. But there are a couple other things that I need to gather as well. I need acacia wood, which my farm doesn't do, so I'm going to have to go and manually chop some acacia on my old tree chopping system. And I also need to go and get some more deep slate and things like that. This is my old tree chopping way. This is also still how I do the nether trees sometimes. You just plant them here, and then I have these minecarts run underneath while I chop trees away, and it picks everything up, including the saplings and everything, and they all just get deposited back here. So I'm gonna do some acacia trees with some bone meal probably. I'll grab some from up there again, maybe. There should be a little bit more there by now, and gather that up, get some deep slate, and then we'll do some crafting. Okay, and we are back in the base. It has been quite a long time. I have gathered a lot of resources. Let's take a little look here. So over at this end, here is our dark oak and our acacia. I also did a bunch of oak leaves from the farm there. Just shaved them off. Didn't take too long. Grabbed some sea pickles from the sea pickle farm. Here is cobbled deep slate, and then an entire shulker box of cobbled deep slate. This stuff, I wish you could instant mine. That is a huge pain. That's our stuff from before. All of this. Over here, blackstone, gravel, and quartz. This came from our gold farm and our piglin trading. These I crafted up, stone bricks. This came from my trading system over by my starter base. And then those I also crafted. This I went over to my quartz trading in the perimeter and traded up a bunch of that, as well as this for all of these bricks and granite and polished andesite. Polished. I also grabbed a ton of redstone from our witch farm because I have started to craft up our redstone resources. Here's 3 stacks of redstone lamps we're going to need. We're going to need 300 observers, so that's only a start. Just grab those from over there. This is the amount of chests we need. It's quite a lot, and actually 600 of these are about to be turned into hoppers using the iron from over here. So let's just grab bunch of stacks of iron and start crafting up hoppers. You can see how much this task now actually truly is once you see how much crafting I'm actually doing to get this done. This is gonna take me a while to get all these resources actually packed up and ready. How many is that? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, we need like 10 stacks of hoppers, I believe. So we're going to keep going on that. We're going to use even more iron. Good thing we have all this iron stored up because we are going to use a lot of it on this project. And then I need to craft up things like observers, which take a while. I need to craft up things like droppers and dispensers and things like that. So I am going to be here crafting for a while, but that is okay. And like I said, the amount of materials that I'm crafting now is many probably episodes worth of placing blocks because it's just an insane amount. That's yep, that's almost 10. Let's just do 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yes, that is how many chests we need. So that I did the math. So that is how many hoppers we need. There we go. Now I'm going to move on to observers and repeaters and things like that and start crafting those up. And here we are, much crafting and gathering later. All of our redstone bits, or at least the greater portion of them that I have been able to figure out in these boxes, including some blocks to build on, note blocks, chains, rails, scaffolding to use, repeaters. There's a ton of droppers, all of our observers, hoppers, comparators, just an absolute ton of comparators, a huge pane, our redstone lamps. Pack all of that up, and then some more things I've added over here as well. Smooth stone slabs, lots of them, bit of smooth stone as well, sea lanterns, things like that. So now it is time to pack all of this up. Hopefully it all fits in my inventory, and take it on over to our biome over there. Yes, it does all fit. Wow, that is an outrageous amount of items. I'm just going to double check to make sure that I haven't left anything behind. Ooh, I do want some of those, and some of those. So that was a good chest to open. Yeah, I'm just going to make sure that I haven't left anything behind, and then I'm going to head over to the mooshroom biome. And here we are over at the mooshroom biome with all of our shulker boxes laid out. This is probably the most items I have ever prepared for a single project, even though this is sort of multiple projects all rolled into one, but still, this is huge. I can also show you this completely stripped, which is great. Yeah, this copper is definitely better for the house, and I'm going to stick with that. I have also waxed it all now, so that is good, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a picture of how big this project is, just by sort of marking it out, and then I am going to have to end it for today because I've just spent so much time farming and getting resources, and next time we're really going to kick it off with probably digging a massive hole, but let me give you an idea of how big this project is. And so, just to give you a rough idea of the scale of this project without giving too much away, this is the border of the size of what I'm building. Most of what will be above ground to start will just be sort of the park and fountain, but then down each of these holes is just around the fountain where stairs will go down to a hole in the ground close to the size of the park that will hold our... Oh, weird dinging. That will hold our storage system. So that is... that is the scale of this project, and I am super excited to get it going, but like I said, I'm just totally out of time for this week in order to get this episode out, but we have done an absolute ton with all of this gathering. Just look at the amount of resources, thousands and thousands and thousands of blocks, including all of this redstone for our system, which I will say is part multi-item sorter, part bulk storage, and I've sort of designed it myself. I've used the multi-item sorter from somebody else, but the rest of it and how it all works together is all me, so I'm super excited about that. This beacon is actually going to get moved way down in the world, but that is all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that. But until next time, I will see you next time. Bye.